Hey y'all, hey! We are almost officially halfway through the year of 2025. We are in month 6. It's June. Happy June to you. Literally, I can't even believe it. Can you even believe it? Can you believe it? Wow, it's been a crazy year. Crazy year. First, welcome to Level Up with Keeks. If you're new here, stick around a while, hit the subscribe button. You're gonna love it here. If you're not new here, mwah, good to see you, love you. Thank you so much for being a supporter. Love you real bad, love you real bad. Today, I wanted to do a mid-year check-in. So this is a little bit different than some of my budget with me or payday routines because it's halfway through the year. And your girl did set some goals at the beginning of the year. So I wanted to link up with you guys, connect. Let's go over what our goals were, what went well, what flopped, what we needed to pivot on, and just do a mid-year check-in so that, we're not shocked at the end of the year. This is my journey. I am trying to become a full-time entrepreneur. I'm trying to plant money trees. I'm trying to double my income. I'm trying to start businesses, which I got to start posting videos on. So if you're interested in stuff like that, subscribe. But really this year has been a lot about just sharing the raw, unfiltered journey, removing myself from this subject matter expert vibe that I was trying to go for and really just show up as myself because your girl is 27, turning 28. We're still figuring things out. I'm at such a transitional point in my life that is if I know stuff, I'm gonna share it and I'm gonna teach you guys. But for the most part, I've just started so many things and I think sharing this journey and just having it documented and posted live to, share with you guys, have this community for is really what this year is about, We'll see how all of these ventures go and then maybe I'll be more of the here's how you do XYZ kind of vibe. I still like to do it because I've learned a lot in my 27 years. So if I know something, I'm gonna say something. But yeah, I must admit, I'm like a baby this year. I'm taking a whole bunch of new information in. I'm sharing things with you. I am open to your feedback and love your feedback because it helps me change my perspectives and maybe rejig things that I didn't notice. But yeah, if you're someone who's just girl, Gen Z, millennial, 20s, figuring out life, want to figure out life or feel like you're doing it with someone, then yeah, subscribe because that's really the vibe. So if you've already done your little mid-year check-in, I love that for you. Comment below what you're doing well, what you need to pivot on, what goal you maybe are getting rid of or missed, but it's not that important. What has your reset looked like? Yeah, I gotta know, guys. Let's get into it. Now, like I mentioned, I did write some goals this year. I didn't only write them, I actually posted the video so you guys can watch it. I feel like things have been slightly adjusted, but for the most part, we're very much on track. So let's firstly go into the goals that we set for the beginning of the year for this year and see where we're tracking, how we're doing, what's going well, what's gone. If you guys had set goals in January, it's time, pull them out. Let's just do the little moment here where we reflect and look at what, January version of us was thinking was gonna get done. And if you haven't, again, no worries. The fact that you're even watching this video, you're taking the steps, you're being the person who at least likes to absorb the content because eventually that's gonna transition into you tracking the stuff yourself. Also, if you guys want to track or you haven't started tracking your finances and you've watched some of my budget with me videos or you're new here, I use the KA8PNQ Yearly 2.0 budget tracker, my absolute favorite. I yap about it all the time. I'm gonna put the link to it in my stand store. This is really where I've just been tracking the goals that I've been setting financially. So month to month income versus expenses, debt, savings and debt, payoff goals, my annual dashboard, getting a look at that, and also net worth, which I'm gonna start tracking June. That's probably the next video I need to shoot is tracking my net worth. Great tracker. I love it. You'll love it too. Go ahead and click the link if you'd like to purchase it. If not, no biggie. Let's get into it. So let's talk through what we thought this year would look like. My goals for January were to double my income this year, not through a job raise per se, but by, becoming a full-time entrepreneur. This is something I've literally been yapping about. I'm almost tired of hearing myself yap about it, but I know that I have to keep saying it because it reminds me what I'm doing all of this for when I'm having my messy reset crying videos like this one. If you haven't watched it, you don't need to. So your girl wants to double her income. I also want to become a full-time paid entrepreneur, just become the business that is me and all of the things that I'm trying to create. So that's a goal. We're halfway through the year. We'll see. I was trying to do that though, and some ideas that I came up with for doubling my income were launching new physical and digital products, tapping into affiliate marketing, monetizing my YouTube channel, landing brand deals. And then for the end of the year, something that I wanted to start was learning to trade. So it's on my list, but not really as an income generating item this year, but something that like I want to learn about, because I don't know, if you guys watch traders and you see this stuff, like you can make a good amount of money if you do the work to understand what it is that you're doing when you're trading. I think I'm really good at removing emotions from things and becoming analytical. So if I can learn to do that and figure out all of the like pips and bearish and bullish and all of the terms that are just very overwhelming, I think that could be something that I start and would be another journey that I'm sharing with you guys here on this channel. Some concrete plans that I actually set as well, in addition to these goals or to complement these goals, were monthly no spend challenges, like 1 week of the month where I don't spend any money, automating my savings and investments, upgrading my financial tracker tools. For example, I'm using Plenty now, focusing on high impact activities, focusing on generating passive income, focusing on scaling, and expanding my network and collaborating with fellow creators. So these were the goals. They're kind of big. It might be a bit of a longer list. I will clean it up so you guys have a good idea, but I wanted to sort of have the goal and the action beside the goal, so I knew what achieving that goal would look like for me on the day-to-day. Now let's go into what actually happened so far. Let's see how we're tracking mid-year towards these goals. So for this segment on how did we do, or how are we doing, because the year is not over and we've got a lot of time to make things happen for ourselves, I'm gonna split it into 3 categories. We're gonna talk about the wins, the pivots, and the misses, but they're not really misses because if we want to keep going for them, we can. It's just as we're tracking 6 months in, what does it look like? So starting with the wins, YouTube growth. One of the goals was monetizing this YouTube channel. As I record this video, I'm at 949 subscribers and 1,700 watch hours. So it's safe to say we are, to me, that is a win. That is such a win. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Now, for those who are wondering like what monetizing YouTube looks like and what the qualifications are for it, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and you need to have 4,000 watch hours. How they calculate the watch hours, I don't really know. They've got their way of calculating it. Right now I'm at almost 2,000, so literally halfway to the 4,000 hour watch mark, less than 949, 50, 51 subscribers away from the 1,000 subscriber minimum benchmark. So your girl is, yeah, it's just amazing. And it's honestly blown up a lot for the last month and a half, ever since I posted my like filing your taxes with Wealthsimple video. Everything since then, the subscriber count has grown, the watch time has grown. A lot of this 1,700 watch hours has literally from this first chunk, or Q2. It literally came from mostly Q2, which is insane. So if I keep tracking that way, keep pushing out the content that I know that you guys like and that the watch hours are really bumping up for, I do think I'm gonna hit that. But I'm super excited. I'm gonna be doing, I had you guys do a vote, so when I do hit the 1,000 subscriber count, I'm gonna do a video, 10 things you didn't know about me. So yeah, if there's a question you have about me, comment it below, because it might be one of the 10 things you learn about me. As a, hey, 1,000 subscribers, wow, this is such a milestone too. Like 2 year ago me has been waiting to get to this moment for so long, so I'm just literally so excited. I can anyways, another win, that's one win. Another win has been the scaling up of my business. When I say my business, right now I'm talking about Kiana the YouTuber. I've got a lot of folders, Kiana the YouTuber, Kiana the whatever, like so many. But when I'm talking about my business, I'm talking about Kiana the YouTuber. So essentially I am a YouTuber and a YouTuber alone. This is what I do. This is where I post my content. However, I know that if I want to land brand deals, if I want to become a full-time entrepreneur, I'm going to need to be on a few platforms. I know I need to be here. Currently I'm here with one YouTube channel. So in figuring out how I can scale up to not only just continuing my YouTube presence, but expanding onto other platforms such as Instagram and TikTok, I knew that there was some scaling that needed to happen. This, for me alone, would not be sustainable. I've mentioned it before, so in terms of scaling, I have hired a video editor, so that's one part of scaling that has been really helpful. But there's another part that just, for me, especially if I'm gonna expand onto these short form platforms, I just knew I need someone else. I need someone who can just do this and make this their focus. So your girl has been looking and searching and interviewing, and I have found a social media manager. Her name is Mel. I love her. And right now, like, it just feels like such a good team. We had our first team meeting actually, honestly, Friday as I record this, at the time of recording this, and it was great. Like, such good vibes. It's 3 of us. We are a lean dream team is what I call it. And it's just been so surreal to be like, oh, I'm having a team meeting and it's for me. This is my team. I got my dream team. Insane, you guys. Absolutely insane. But that is a huge win. And that goal really came in, like, honestly, the end of this quarter, Q2. Like, I had the idea and I started looking, and in the matter of 2.5 weeks, I found like the one. Like, I could feel it in my intuition. I was like, I with this girl. She was like, I'm completely down. We talked about stuff and we just had our first strategy call to get things ready so that we can launch both the Instagram and TikTok, hopefully mid-June. Date, not too sure right now, but mid-June is the goal. So yeah, we're working on it now. I've got a shot list. I know what I need to do. I'm creating a branding style guide for them as well. So like getting all that stuff ready and like running my team so that we can be the most efficient team. Like, I have a team. I literally have a team. I have a dream team, honestly. And the big thing that I want to make sure is that I am not blocking them. So I really want to create the folder structures, the content guides that they need to be able to do the work without me. Like, I'm like, guys, I don't even want to be involved. That's the goal for me, is like to hopefully, you guys tell me what to shoot, I shoot it. And once everything's edited and ready to go, you know, Mel is going to be scheduling it, getting it on the platforms. And all I have to do is my favorite thing to do, which is engage with my community, talk to people, respond to comments, and, you know, be in front of this camera and yap. That's all I want to do. So 2 huge wins. Okay, we are this close. We're this close to monetizing, and we have scaled up the team. So the content is going to just be even more consistent because I am taking things off my plate so that other people can do them way better, way more efficiently than I ever could. That's the wins. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited about that. Mwah, mwah. Yay! Yay! Okay, crazy, manic. Yeah, I did take my pills. Woo! Okay, that's the wins. Let's move on to the pivots. Now, in talking about the pivots, we are going into the things that maybe are part of our goals, but there have been a little bit of changes, or there had to be some adjustments made that we did not plan for. So the biggest pivot this year so far has been with regards to my emergency funds. So in having this goal of being a full-time entrepreneur, I did want to set up emergency funds for at least 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. Wow, that was hard to say. And really the main goal just being like, have the buffer. That way when you're doing your entrepreneur stuff, maybe signing some brand deals, everything's like net 30 days, net 60 days, you won't be like struggling for cash, and you can just focus even more so like tunnel vision on getting your content pushed out and making it happen for yourself. So we were, I think at the start of the year, I was around like literally $20,000 saved. I was about 5K away from hitting my goal. And then March came, tax season, yay. Your girl ended up having to pay $18,000 in taxes, $5,000 from last year's tax return, another whatever 13-ish thousand from business tax returns that I had not yet filed. Anywho, that was on me, guys. But yeah, it had to be paid, had to get done. Wanted to make sure that if I'm gonna earn income moving forward, that it's on a clean slate, that I've taken care of all the tax stuff from my last business when I was incorporated. So had to get done. I'm not upset about it either. That's literally what an emergency fund is for. It's to have that buffer of cash so that if an unexpected like $5,000 you owe on your tax return shows up, you're not necessarily having to go into credit. I didn't have to take out any credit cards. I didn't have to do any debt. I just took the cash that I had saved and I paid things down, and I took the stress completely off my back. So that was one big pivot. We are at about like $6,000 in savings. We got a long way to go, and I'm just not concerned about it anymore. I'm changing my like money mindset. So I'm not worried that I'm gonna hit it by the end of the year. Based on where I'm projecting, if I put away $1,300 a month, I will hit the minimum goal of 25K by September of next year. So obviously the math isn't really mathing there, but again, we're midway through the year. A lot of these seeds that are planted, I think just the way compounding works, like even the fact that I'm scaling up my team, more content's gonna come out, which is gonna mean reaching more of you guys on different platforms, wherever you guys are most comfortable doing your social media vibes, building that community, and in building that community, being more reachable to, I guess, brands that are looking to work with creators so they can give me their money. And then when I get that money, I'm gonna put to the savings, and then we're gonna have the money, and yeah, you know what I mean. So it's all good. I just know that the abundance right now, even though I don't see the physical dollars and how much it looks like, I know that your girl is going to be abundant this year. And I know that all of this little steps that I'm taking, even right now with this mid-year check-in and reminding myself of where we're headed, I know it's going to happen. So the emergency funds will be there. And if not, we're going to be okay. We're going to be fine. We're going to be better than fine. We're going to be amazing. So I'm not too concerned about it. We're back to about 6K. I'm going to keep putting money into my savings, of course. And I've got automatic withdrawal set up so that it's very mindless, nothing for me to do. As soon as I get a paycheck, money gets taken out and put away. So I'll still, of course, keep saving, and we'll see where we are when we get there. It's all gonna be fine. Another pivot is travel goals. I know I've been talking this year like, girl, I'm not gonna travel. I'm not gonna do it. I was just thinking about it. I'm not gonna do it for real. I might do it. Nothing's set in stone right now. I'll probably know by the end of this month, but I wanna do like an end of year trip, maybe. Is that gonna affect the emergency savings? Who knows? I'm gonna put it on my credit card so I can get some points, and then we're gonna figure it out later because I'm just a girl. Anyways, so that's a pivot, is I'm probably gonna travel. And you know what? I have one friend who literally, she traveled 7 times last year. She's like, you'll never regret it. Personally, because of the person I am, experiences over anything. That's kind of how I prioritize. If I spend money, but I had such an amazing, unforgettable experience, that's not an expense to me. That is just a transaction that happened and something that I'm just very grateful for, because the memories and the feelings and the things that you learn, it's just priceless. If I get to see the world and have new experiences and connect with people, a win is a win, okay? So that's another pivot. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if I do book it. If not, I know like my friends really want to have a hot girl summer, so I'm sure worst case we'll maybe do like a cottage weekend or something like that. So we'll see how it goes, but yeah, I take back the maybe not traveling because I maybe will. All right, next let's talk about some misses so far. So far for me, a miss right now has been launching some monetizable digital products. So in my January like goal setting video, I did talk about launching product. Genuinely, the only reason I have for this is your girl is literally just being a wuss. I'm nervous. Oh my God, I just got scared. Honestly, I just got scared. Like there's no other reason. I have no clue. I think it's like sometimes the nervousness where you start to go into perfectionist mode, but it's like, girl, I'm not perfect. I know that. We gotta just get it done. I saw a really cool quote that is helping me push through this like nervousness of like, I guess a product being perceived and like actually trying to sell something related to me. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. A quote that really stuck out was like, make it exist, then make it better. I don't know. I saw it on Pinterest. Let me find it. This vibe here. So this is really helping me get over the like fears, is like, one, just make it exist first, then make it good later. This is what I'm telling myself so that I can get working on it and just go for it. So even though it was a miss for the first half of the year, because I did plan to like drop this stuff Q2, and Q2 is done now. Well, actually it's June, March, April, May, June. Okay, you know what? Q2 is not done because I'm recording this at the 1st of June. So we might, yeah, not we might, I'm gonna figure out what I need to do next and do it. Like make it exist first, make it good later. That's the motto I'm going for, especially with these products. I think I just, you know, like if I'm going to be putting a price tag on it, I get so worried. But honestly, I've supported people who have, you know, just made something exist first and I've never regretted it. So, you know, like things happen, people are gonna support, the community is gonna support you. People might actually like it. They might not just be doing it to support you, they may be like, bro, I like this. I want this. You'll never know if you don't put it out there. But yeah, it was a miss in just that like me getting in my head and having this, yeah, identity crisis and whatnot. So a little bit of lack mindset on my side, my bad. But you know, even just saying this with you guys right now and seeing it here, I feel good. We'll just make it exist. We can make it good later. Yes, yes, yes. So that is the major miss. However, there are still some things in progress as well. So with my side business, one of my like businesses that I started with my sister, I think I mentioned it in a previous video, but essentially we had a business where we were being social media managers ourselves, and this was all during COVID. We had stopped a while ago just because the business model was not scalable. Like meeting with clients, having to do literally all the work was just a bit too crazy, and we both work full-time jobs while doing this. So just really like the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. We have rebranded ourselves and we're looking to launch a physical product. So this is like completely new for us as well. I was like, where better to document the process than with you guys? I don't necessarily know if they want to be on camera, but I'm just gonna give you guys the rundown, the tea, what we're trying to do, where we're trying to post it, where we're trying to make it live. I'm gonna keep it maybe secret. Maybe it'll be like my secret project until launch day, but we will see. I think we're right now in the process of getting samples. So I've got some video catch-ups to do with you guys there. And hopefully when it launches, it will be a really cool thing. We'll make it exist. We can improve it later, and it's gonna be literally living that motto. Seeds are planted and we're actively working towards it. We started about a month and a half ago and we're on a pretty compressed timeline. Just to try and like not get caught by the fear. Sometimes you have to move fast so that you don't have time to think and get in your head. So that's what we're trying to do, and I'm excited about that, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. Not a miss, but just more like another thing that's in the background that's coming that's gonna help me with the miss that was me launching my own products for Level Up with Keeks. We're getting out of our brains, we're doing what we love, and people will like it or they won't, but like what's the worst that can happen? Nobody purchases the product. Cool. And I've already gotten like proof of concept through this like KA8PNQ affiliate link. In a way, it's not my product, but I was worried like, you know, no one's gonna wanna buy from me, and people have. Either because they maybe like me and they were influenced, or they're just like, actually I needed this thing and you brought it up. Like it might even have nothing to do with me, but that's the whole point, is like people will support and do whatever they want to do. So all I can do is try to make something available, and if somebody likes it and they're like, yo, this helped me, then cool, I would love to be the person that helped. And if not, like I will live. I have lived. It's fine. So that is the report card for this first half of the year so far. I'm gonna quickly pivot and go into my KA8PNQ tracker, show you guys what the budget is looking like for June this month, and then we can finish off with a little goal realignment. So what do we want to do for Q3, since we are pretty much halfway through the year as well? Looking at Q3, being more specific about the goals, seeing what goals we want to get rid of, if any, and just keeping that focus on, keeping our blinders on, and finishing off with a bang and making sure we know what the hell it is we came here for and what it is we came here to do. So now I've opened up my KA8PNQ Yearly Budget 2.0 tracker. Like I mentioned, Stan Store's in the link if you want to buy it. Going into here now, I color coded her. When you get it, they're all in this, I don't know, what color is this? Like a off pink, but I'm a girl. I'm just a girly girl, so I like to change each of the months and like make them their own cute color and just have some personality. For June, I chose like a more vibrant blue, so I love it. Anywho, so I'm gonna quickly show you guys what June is looking like income-wise, expenses-wise, and what the budgeting is looking like for June very quickly. So as you guys can see, if I scroll down to the income section, I've already input like the expected income I'm looking to get. Side hustles is expected income, but it's also a goal. Like for the month of June, the goal is to hit $75 in affiliate income through the KA8PNQ. So my affiliate income right now is only through KA8PNQ. So if I can hit 75 bucks, I need to set up an Amazon affiliates actually, because that could be another, I guess technically through Amazon as well. Amazon, but KA8PNQ is where I set the goal. So that's the only thing, like, are we expecting it? Yes, but it's really a goal and we gotta hit it. So we gotta work towards this one. I have a government check for 60 bucks that I need to cash, and I expect to get some interest in my Wealthsimple cash account. I earn 2%, I think 2.25% interest in all of my cash accounts. So emergency fund, savings, my everyday checking account, any money that's in there, whatever it is at the beginning of the month, they pay out the interest, and that's just free money, so we love it. Lastly, insurance reimbursements. I've got some therapy, so I will get reimbursed for that. I expect to get $200 back. And then just the paychecks, which look like we are expecting a total of $8,952.26. A steep drop down from last month's $15,000 month, but that was a month with 3 paychecks, so naturally. As you can see at the top here, left to spend is $2,950. That's because I literally got that last paycheck like May 28th. So obviously I did not spend it all in May. Kind of is like a May-June income, really. It's more for June. So still gonna be a high income month because I've got this paycheck that's technically May's that we're gonna be spending in June. So we'll be fine there. Looking over at the bills and subscriptions, big expense that's gonna come out in June is gonna be my home insurance. That's gonna be $900. However, this is a yearly expense, so it doesn't really matter. I need to have home insurance because I can't get my mortgage renewed without it. So that's what we've got. It's coming out, no problem. Other than that, the standard expenses, bank fees, condo fee, hydro, and my parking spot stayed the same. It is just gonna be that home insurance that pushes it over the top. Subscriptions and membership, it's really just gonna be ChatGPT, Spotify, Good Life, and then I am gonna call Apple and figure out what the heck this $15 charge is. And I said I was gonna do that 2 months ago, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it after today's video. Moving on to expenses. So the budget that has been rejigged, as you guys know, we're scaling up the team. I've added a social media manager line row here for the budget there. But yeah, it's pretty much the same that I've rejigged. Groceries, $327, dining out, $100, Uber Eats, $75, clothing, I put $30 because I feel like I need a sports bra or just a bra in general. It would be nice to wear a bra. So $30, hopefully I don't go over it. Joe, $100, personal care, $100, transportation, $140. That's for the Jeep gas, which is very expensive. Fitness, $160, $150. Video editor, $350. Donations and gifting, $40. Household items, $100. Miscellaneous, $50. Health and wellness, $50. I put it at $50 because, and I explained this in my last video, but essentially when I pay for it, for example, an hour of therapy session costs $195. I put it down as an expense, I track it with the category, it comes out. Now it shows I've got $195 that I've spent here, so I'm over budget. However, because I get reimbursed, when I get that money back, I go back into the transactions and I cancel it out. So I put a negative transaction, like I got the refund on the following day, negative transaction, and it will take it out to show that I'm actually still on budget, because obviously if I'm getting the money back, it doesn't count. I hope that makes sense. Moving on, social media manager, $300 is added to the budget. And of course, like I mentioned, it's a lean dream team. I'm not doing any like heavy hand holding social media management. We've worked out something where it's kind of like, look, I'm gonna try to batch create so that you can just come in like once a month, create all your content and schedule it. That's what I'm really looking to do. So, you know, she's been really great. And my hope is that as I scale up and make more income, I can, you know, pay these guys more, my video editor and my social media manager, because I will have more content to create. Maybe she can do some community management if it's just like blowing up, too much for me to handle, and all of those little things will be awesome. So it's a start, and the budget is $1,923.80. This is a tight budget. You guys already know I've been overspending on my expenses. Last month, $3,600. The month before, $4,000. Oh God, girl. The month before, $3,000. So it's gonna be a tight June. Tight. Okay, and I really want to hold myself to this and try my best to keep accountable. The hard part is just like the sun is out. The sun is out, guys, and I'm a hot girl. I'm a summer baby. Like when the sun's out, see them Birdman hands, like I'm out, I'm outside, I wanna be outside. We only got 2 months of freaking summer in Canada, and barely that. This whole May has been freezing. So yeah, it's like no promises, but also I really do wanna stick to it and just see what it feels like to hit this budget to see if it's realistic. Moving to my savings, $1,300 a month is like a doable, realistic goal for me right now. It's auto set up, it's gonna come out every paycheck. Same with my RRSP, $800 a month every paycheck. It's not 800 every paycheck, but 400 every paycheck comes out. My mortgage payment, as you guys can see, there's 2 different mortgage payments. So my mortgage payment for my existing mortgage is gonna come out, and then my new mortgage will be a payment of $1,272.57, which is a difference of what equals this minus this, a difference of $24.55. But what I do want to flag here, which I am happy about with this mortgage readjustment, is that this $1,248.02 was a bi-weekly mortgage payment, whereas this $1,272 is a bi-monthly mortgage payment. So where this will really help me and give me a little bit of breathing room is like last month, for example, I every paycheck, there was a mortgage payment to come out. Moving forward, I think our next 3 paycheck month for me is gonna be in October. Now I'll only have 2 mortgage payments come out. That means there will be, you know, a paycheck that comes in where I'm not gonna have to spend $1,200 to go to mortgage, and that could add some extra buffer for me to put towards savings, for me to pay down a trip if I'm gonna travel, whatever it is. It'll give me a little extra breathing room, and I could really use it, man. Other than that, student loans, laser treatment, a firm MacBook payment. This is gonna keep going. I think the one that's coming up is my laser treatment. That's probably gonna end in terms of me having to pay it down around September. It's almost, right now it's 75% paid off. So we are almost paid off, and that'll be an extra $200 a month back in our pocket, which is amazing. But yeah, $3,000, which yeah, it's quite literally a difference of $20. So it's not too much of a difference. It's going up a little bit, but I'm also keeping a decent amount of money on those 3 paycheck months, which I'm excited for. I missed it for this one because my mortgage renews in June, but the next one I'm gonna really be like, damn, we got some money. We got some money. Anyways. Yeah, so that's that for June. I have set up the budget over here, as you guys can see. Not 1 cent is unaccounted for. So I've really adjusted everything to make sure that at the end of the month, I should have $0 left to spend. If this carryover from May is left, I hope that we are in a surplus, but that will just mean extra money that I can put towards savings or something else. So it is a zero-based budget this month. We're gonna try to hit it. We're gonna do our best. We are gonna hit it, yeah. We'll see. But you know what? If you watched my May, you know that for the first month in May, I actually came under budget for my Uber Eats. So like, please, round of applause. Clap. Drop it to the floor, make that clap. Round of applause. Let me see that. Anyways, it was super exciting. I'm hoping to do that again this month. Last thing to go over is just the Q3 goals. So I can make goals for the rest of the year, but I realize personally my goals are the same. Like whatever I said at the beginning of this year, I still want to accomplish, and I feel I'm well on my way to accomplishing. So I want to get specific and set a little bit more specific goals for Q3 so that I've just got it at the top of mind and I'm always taking the little steps to get towards it. Now for June, just to reset June, we know that May was a higher spend month. For June, we've got a tighter expense budget, which I've never hit this year. So it's gonna be a lot tighter, and what I'm gonna do to try to hit it is prioritize low cost fun. Again, like I said, I like to be outside, it's summer, but the best thing about summer is like you can be in nature. So trying to prioritize more nature, low cost, low barrier to entry, fun times with my friends is gonna be more important. So instead of like a $500 High Rocks ticket, maybe we go for a walk to the waterfront and pack our lunches or order like a pizza. Something a lot lower cost so that I can stay within my dining out budget is gonna be really important. And maybe free events. Like if all we have to pay is for a train ticket to head downtown, and they've got a lot of free events where you can get gifts and stuff. Like summer in Toronto is a different vibe completely. That could be something that we do and still have a good time with and get our steps in. That's my goal for hitting June and making sure that I stay within my budget. And I also want to make sure like I could communicate my priorities with my friends. So my friends do know like, girl, I'm on a budget. What's my budget? For the month of June, we got $100. Like, let's hit it. And if not, go without me. Like literally have the most fun. But yeah, if you have low cost stuff that you want to do and vibe, I've got a speaker, like let's do it. So I think they're also aware that like your girl's trying to hold some cash and make sure I can hit this goal this month. And so I'll have their support because, you know, I'm not gonna have to be like, no. I'm still gonna be like, no, but they're gonna be like, yeah, I know, I get it. Talking about the realignment for Q3, here are the goals that I am setting up for this quarter that's coming up. So Q3 goals, so this is for July to September, is to hit a $500 month in affiliate sales via KA8PNQ. So I can make other affiliate sales if I have my Amazon link set up. But I wanna hit $500 in sales in Q3 in a month. But I really wanna hit $500 a month in sales on KA8PNQ. And I think that this will be very possible because again, we're scaling up. I'm gonna be launching my platform on 2 different social media platforms, TikTok and Instagram. So my hope is that we have some viral videos, that people see the content, that they want to get their finances in order and track it themselves, just like I love doing, and that they purchase the tracker that they want through my link. So it's a boasty goal, but I feel very confident that with expanding my platform, it's realistic. actually. Another goal is to partner with an agency for brand deals in July. So this is kind of a June goal to sort of set myself up. So this is the goal that I want to start off in July, like beginning of Q3. As I mentioned, hoping to launch myself on these other platforms by mid-June and at least have a couple weeks of content going out by the time July hits so that we can start positioning myself to, what are they called? Brand agencies? Talent agencies for content creators. So that's a big goal. Main reason I want to set up myself up with an agency is because, again, I do not want to be the bottleneck. I don't want to read contracts. I don't have the expertise that someone else, like an agency rep, might have with years of experience in the field and with experience working with other people who are in my niche. So I really want to give that expertise. If they take a commission, they should, and have that off my plate where, again, I'm just getting the project, I do my job, and then I go and just live my life, So that's another big, scary, cute goal. Another goal for Q3 is to land at least one paid brand deal in Q3, and I hope that it's a good brand deal. We getting the money. Put that in auto-tune, Janelle. That would be really funny. Probably not funny, but I'll like it. Anyways, so in setting up with a talent agency, my hope is to also secure a brand deal in Q3. They seem very much tied together. I'm really excited about that. I think it's gonna be super cool. And then lastly, launch one product from Level Up with Keeks. So this was the mindset thing. Make it exist first, can make it better later. For me to get over my hump and launch something in Q3 that's got a price tag on it. I've got some freebies though, so if you guys do want the freebies, head to my Stand Store link. I've got like a free emergency fund calculator, and I've got just a free guide on Canadian tax registered accounts, TFSA, RRSP, FHSA, but also the other ones that aren't the big three, just in case you qualify for those as well. So we're gonna launch at least one product, and you know what? The follow-up goal to that is to make one sale. That's it. That's all I want. When I launch that product, I just want to make one sale. That's the goal for Q3, and I think that will give me that, like, girl, you did it. You literally did it. Sorry, last goal is mindset work. I've been doing that honestly for a lot of my 20s. Continuing to shift from this scarcity to abundance mindset is gonna be key for me. I feel like for most of my budget with me's, there's been moments in my budget with me's where I'm like, oh, it's a lot of money, oh, kind of feeling bad. And I can see that scarcity mindset in that moment, and I just don't resonate with it anymore. So it's gonna be the goal for me to continue to remove that mindset of scarcity, to really bring in that abundance mindset. So for example, one of the mantras I'm gonna tell myself is, if I'm spending big, it means I'm earning bigger. That's all. Big expenses for me means that I got big income, okay? My expenses are not something that I'm gonna worry about because my income is always gonna 20, 30, 40, 50x that. And then another piece of mindset work, which is more like soul intuition, is really learning to trust my sacral intuition, getting that gut intuition tuned up and refined, leaving this a beautiful mind, which serves me very well in a lot of ways. But when it comes to decisions and when it comes to me going after things, instead going with this old girl, I am very intuition led. I don't know if you guys know about human design. If you don't, I'll put the link to like figure out what your human design caricature is. But I am a generator, which means that I'm like very led by intuition. So I'm not someone who needs to chase anything. They're gonna come to me, and all I have to do is sit back, figure out if it's a yes or a no. And so what I need to refine is what yeses and nos feel like for me. I feel like sometimes I've been in no situations here, but my brain has like logicked me out of that, and I've gone against what my intuition and body has told me simply because I was like too anxious to, make this match the reality and like do the actions that came with something being a no. So we're gonna give that up. We're gonna listen to the intuition. I'm not gonna try to outthink my literal body telling me whether something's good or bad. So trying to listen to that is gonna be really important for me, because when the agencies start reaching out and brand deals start coming in, I'm gonna wanna make sure that I'm like aligned with my intuition on what it is I wanna go for and what I don't wanna go for. Whew, that was a lot of yapping. Now it is mid-year, so I feel like this was a really good check-in. I'm feeling very optimistic because the sun's finally out. It's been so cold here in Ontario for the last May, for all of May really. Like we've had a couple hot days, but it's been cold, rainy. The seasonal depression came back. Now it's it's looking sunny. I'm hoping that that stays. But really, wherever you guys are at with your goals, just know that where you are today doesn't define where you're gonna be in December, doesn't even define where you're gonna be tomorrow. If you're feeling like you have a little bit of a setback, or if you're feeling like you have some goal misses like I do, where it's like, okay, yeah, I'm a little bit nervous and I haven't acted on this, that's totally okay. It's normal. We gotta just keep showing up for ourselves. It's baby steps. And a lot of it does have to do with the mindset. So if you're feeling insecure about something, if you're feeling scared of a goal, like really unpack what it is in your body that's making that not feel like it can be a reality for you. And if you guys want to, which I want you to, share what your goals are, share how you're doing in your 6-month check-in. What was your goal at the beginning of the year? How are you tracking towards it? Have you hit some goals and now you're creating new ones? Let me know in the comments. I'm so excited to hear from you guys, and I hope that, you know, you're as excited about going after your goals as I am. And I hope that you've hit some, like, round of applause. Let me see that clap. I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited for this journey. I'm excited to keep showing up and talking to you guys. I'm so grateful that 949 of you guys have subscribed so far. Thank you so much for every like, for every comment, for every minute and second that you've watched of any of my content. I'm super grateful. I love you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.